挽回。
やめろ！Target acquired. No. Why you fooling me? Bruh. Ready for a fight? What are you aiming at? That was easy.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, be a squid and subscribe to my mediocrity. How's it going, my squids? Oh boy, we got ourselves a bit of a situation going on here. So typically with these first impressions videos, I generally just kind of hop in the game with either Steve or just myself, depending on the game type, and I just kind of play the game and, you know, give commentary, funny moments, things that happen, a little bit of hot takes and opinions as I'm playing through the game. But Borderlands 3 is a special case because of all the controversy surrounding it. I wanted to kind of sit down and discuss with you as just from a person that has no bias towards Borderlands or anything like that. Like, here's the thing, right? Randy Pitchford is Randy Pitchford, you know what I mean? Like, fuck that guy. Nobody cares. I mean, like, when I say nobody cares, a lot of people care apparently, but me, I don't like him. I don't personally care, but that doesn't mean I don't have to care about a video game, you know what I mean? Because Randy Pitchford did not design, just, you know, kind of make everything, you know what I mean? There's a lot of other developers that are on board with this project, and I kind of want to see what they're bringing to the table, other than, you know, Randy Pitchford, you know, watching porn on a fucking flash drive because he doesn't apparently know what the internet is. So please, I ask you guys to just understand that because of a person or a publisher, that doesn't mean that the game is utter garbage, unless it's EA, because at that point, I mean, we've kind of given them enough chances, you know what I mean? It's kind of, it's hard to backpedal on that one, but this one, it's a bit of a situation, so here we go. So right out the gate, my first impressions is, yes, this is Borderlands. This is absolutely Borderlands. There is so much about this game that has not changed, and I don't know whether I like that or hate it. I don't think I hate it at all, actually, but it's just, whenever you get down to it and you start playing the game, it is virtually Borderlands, and that is what you are getting. If you are looking for absolutely the new take, the new graphics, new everything, this is not the game for you, I guess. Personally, I don't know why you would ever be asking for that, considering that almost every Borderlands has kind of looked and felt like this one's, minus the ones that are bad. But 1 and 2, and then 3, if we were to just, you know, forget about the pre-sequel, 1, 2, and 3 are pretty much like identical to each other. They look the same, they feel the same, the dialogue is the same, the guns feel the same, with obviously 3 adding some new stuff to it, like I think different firing modes and cool little scopes and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. But overall and ultimately, this is a Borderlands game, and it does feel like Borderlands. So for everybody that's like, oh my god, I love 1 and 2, and I can't believe Borderlands 3 is blah, blah, blah. Wrong. You must have never played Borderlands 1 and 2, because 3 is virtually no different. Now, I do want to address this weird review / comment about the whole cast and how it's basically all females. Let me break that down, okay? Here's the situation about, a lot of female characters in Borderlands 3. I don't care. Personally, I don't care. As long as they're not spouting about girl power and how they're much better than men and how just, they are going to take over the world and exterminate men, blah, blah, blah. Just a bunch of, feminazi stuff. As long as they're not doing that, I'm good, bro. I am fucking good. I don't have a single bit of a fucking problem about an all-female cast or a majority of the females being in, the whole playable characters. I don't care. I personally don't give a fuck. And honestly, I'm not sure sure why you care either, because the females are literally badass. Like, majority of them are fucking dope. Like the crazy Siren, or is she a Siren? I think she's a Siren. I don't know. I didn't play her, but she's got like 6 fucking arms. She's fucking dope as shit. And then you got basically Mech Diva Lady, again, another badass that does nothing but just kind of talk in that Borderlands speak. You know what I'm saying? Just murder this, kill that, blah 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 blah. You know, the same Borderlands dialogue. It's the same shit. Nothing is different. They're not throwing it in your face that female power, female, like that's my problem when it comes to, you know, people getting woke about video games, is that they're trying to shove an agenda in your face. Borderlands 3 does not do that. At least I haven't seen it in my like 10 hours of fucking playing so far. There's a reason why a game like Wolfenstein, Youngblood or whatever, that game did not receive well, and that was majority of it was the combat was so just bullet spongy, and then on top of that, the dialogue and everything about it was pretty much girl power this, girl power that, and it was like, nobody talks like that. Nobody interacts with another person in that form or way ever. And in Borderlands 3, while I could probably say that half the stuff that's said in this fucking game is nobody's ever uttered in history, I mean, at least it's not, you know, cringe-worthy or, you know, bad dialogue. It's the same old, same old. The only difference is that females are pretty much saying it, and that there's nothing wrong with that. Now, aside from that weird garbage of an argument to why this game is bad, let's talk about the Epic Games Store, because that's where everyone is definitely in a huge agreement that the game is fucking awful. Now, mind you, if you bought the game on the Epic Games Store, I don't know how to help you, bro. Like, you know it's bad, you know it's not worth your time, you know it's just not ready for, you know, AAA fucking games. It's just not ready. If any of these reviews are remotely true, and there are a lot of them, if they are remotely true, dear Lord, I feel sorry for anybody that's bought this game. I've seen reviews talking about the frame rate going down to like 15 and it's not very stable, but again, there's not really, like, if I go on YouTube and were to look it up, I don't really see anything in that regard where it's like, proof that the Epic Games Store is fucking up Borderlands or whatever. I don't see it. So personally, I can't really trust a review like that without seeing some kind of proof in the pudding, you know what I mean? Like, if you're playing Borderlands on PC, there's a bunch of free recording software, so if you want to prove your point and say that the Epic Games Store is bad, then post that shit to YouTube, son, because a lot of people are probably going to be questioning it, so you might as well get yourself some fucking subs off of it. But with that being said, I will probably say that some of these are true and some of them are just probably angry people that it's on the Epic Games Store, so it's hard to take it seriously and be very, you know, I don't know, it's just really hard to agree or just have a take on it, because I didn't buy it on Epic Games Store because, you know, I'm a smart person and I just bought it on my peasant console that, you know, works totally fine. Checkmate, PC nerds. I'm gonna get a lot of comments about that. Anyway, the point being is that the Epic Games Store is obviously garbaggio, so if you buy it on there, good luck, my friend. I have seen comments about the frame rates. I've seen comments about the split screen being way too janky, which, you know, split screen on PC, I don't know how that works or how that goes. That's a fairly new concept to me, realistically, so I'm not exactly sure how that works. I mean, if a game like Outward can do it, I mean, fucking Borderlands 3 AAA title should be able to do it perfectly fine. Now to kind of talk about the console version really quick and what I'm most familiarized with. So, console, what's going on there? Pretty much the standard experience. I mean, what are you fucking expecting? Say 30 FPS, 1080p, bro. That's what you got. That's all you got. I mean, you're not really gonna be breaking scales with any console. Even the PS4 Pro, same situation. Not really a whole lot going on in that area. I did see a couple reviews saying that the PS4 Pro was fucking up with Borderlands. Once again, not gonna say yay or nay on that, because it's fucking, I can't really believe anybody because of this whole, you know, I gotta cancel everybody culture. So yeah, it's kind of really hard to take that at face value, but it is what it is. But from my experiences on an Xbox One, I've only had a problem with 2 weird bugs / glitches. The first bug is that Steve, for some reason, when we were playing cooperatively, his mech tank character, whenever the gravity gets lost in your little sanctuary spaceship, for some reason it continued to be with Steve throughout like the entire game that we were playing until he left and came back and it fixed. And it was really bizarre. Like, he was able to get above the map and jump over the map and just kind of infinitely float into the sky. It was pretty bananas, and it was hilarious. It was one of the more I guess charming glitches, we'll say. It wasn't game breaking, it wasn't you know, severely annoying. It brought me a couple laughs, so nothing that's you know, horrible, I guess. Now, as for this other bug, yeah, this one's annoying. So for some reason, we were working on going to a waypoint, and we had to follow this chick that was in her little like fucking singular motorbike or whatever the hell it is. It's like those one wheels. And for some reason, we were supposed to destroy a truck in order to proceed to the next area, and the truck was severely indestructible. It would not break. You could shoot a rocket at it, you could ram it, you could shoot it with anything and everything. It would not blow up for whatever reason. The only way we could resolve this issue is if we quit out of the game and then rejoined. So don't know how often that happens, but that one was probably the worst experience I've had, because like I said, it was just a waste of time. We had to leave, go back in. Not a huge deal, but I was really into it and I was having a lot of fun, and having to just kind of stall that out killed the momentum, killed the vibe, and pretty upsetting. But other than that, dude, this game is nothing but absolute destruction, vulgar antics, dialogue, the whole 9 yards of Borderlands. That's what you're getting here. Nothing, and I repeat again, nothing is that different other than the fact that there's not as many male characters, which should not be a problem to begin with. This isn't my review. I'm not yet done because I have not completed the story, nor have I, you know, gotten very high level. I'm like barely level fucking 12. It literally took me like fucking 5 to 7 hours to get to damn level 12. That shit's crazy. So with all that being said, just give me a couple more days with Borderlands 3 and I'll come out with a review. I just want to make sure I experience everything and kind of at least either beat the game or come close to beating the game. I don't know how long the story is, but I imagine it's pretty lengthy. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of do this first impressions, let you guys know what I'm feeling, how everything's going so far, just kind of my unbiased opinion versus, you know, everybody's like, I hate Randy Pitchford, so therefore Borderlands 3 must die. Take everything you see and hear with a grain of salt, and if you're really interested in Borderlands 3, I highly recommend it. I genuinely recommend it. I'm having a lot of fun, especially cooperatively. It's a tough game, even on fucking the normal difficulty. It's a tough game. Standard looter shooter experience, standard Borderlands experience. You're gonna like it. If you liked 1 and 2, you're gonna like 3. Absolutely 100%. But anyway, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.